wants to hear about old people, how long they've been somewhere growing old?
Really?
You can, whatever. It's your show.
Rolling.
No, we're rolling. Sorry.
We all just go home.
There goes my notes, is what I'm saying.
So, Mike, when did you move to Los Angeles?
God, that would have been tail end of 99.
Okay.
How old were you? So that's what I was asking the question. 'cause
I believe I was 24.
Yeah.
You must have been a pup. See, I moved out after I had really fucked up my life
Yeah.
in another city. So I was 31 when I moved out.
Can I
here.
ask how you were dodging the law in another city? Like,
It comes off like that. I got fired from my job in radio while my wife...
Can I ask why?
Huh?
Can I ask why?
Yeah, Nate Timmel. If you guys know Nate Timmel, right?
Yeah.
There's an axe to grind
He
here.
got me fired. And so
What do you mean?
Do you really want to know this story? 'Cause it's pretty messed up. So I don't talk about it that often. It's funny. I mean, it happened
I
so
love
long
that you
ago.
immediately were like, Nate Timmel.
Well,
This is why I got fired.
Because anybody that knows it will be like, yeah, I can see that. No, so I should have known, first off, I should have known that my marriage, my first marriage was not working out well because my wife went on a vacation without me. So that's, I should have picked up on that hint first.
I need a break.
Didn't you say, and you've mentioned on this podcast before that there was a moment where you first started doing stand-up and you saw her in the audience.
Yes.
And the whole room was laughing and she wasn't, and you knew your marriage was
I
over.
knew. Yeah.
So when was that in reference to what you're talking about?
That was part one.
Okay.
Part two is when she says, hey, I'm going to Europe. I was like, oh, when are we going? She's like, no, not you. Which I thought was a really weird thing to say to your life partner.
Sure.
No,
Yeah.
no, not you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, so she's...
I
I'm
can
going
see
to
how
Europe.
you would think that, but no,
Yeah.
not you.
So she's over in Europe practicing divorce, and I'm still at home living a lie. And
Comfortable lie at this point.
I'm doing an afternoon drive in Milwaukee at WLUM, New Rock 102.1.
Yeah.
And
what was their slogan?
at that time, what was it?
We'll keep you on course till that big divorce.
You're listening.
I honestly don't remember because it changed formats, not formats, but like call it whatever it was. I think at that point we were real rock, real variety. So I don't know.
Real rock.
Yeah.
None of that
Real
fake
variety.
shit.
Yeah.
No keyboards, bitch.
Great new rock, great new variety. I don't know. So I'm doing afternoon drive, and at that time, going back to the comedy thing, I was promoting comedians from Stooges Comedy Club, which is now defunct there, but that's where that was my in to start doing stand-up. So I was hosting events via radio, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So bring Nate in.
Yeah.
And, I usually interview the comedian that's performing, and then they get to do a little bit of shtick. And Nate did a joke that got me fired immediately.
Language?
No, he... I'll tell the joke, and you can decide whether you want to keep it in there or not. I don't even remember the joke, but the bottom line was he said something about Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Sure.
And he tied it to their first gay experience and something like that. And
that's a double whammy.
Immediately, I think my and understandably so, the radio station immediately got a call from Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Okay.
And I immediately got called into the office, and that was the end of my career on radio.
Wow.
Again, I look back on it now and I go, yeah.
Sure.
Like, I'm not Howard Stern. Like,
Right.
I'm not one of those shock jocks. Like, they were like, how about you just tell people what they're listening to and press buttons and play music?
So you're like Billy Bush. You were just standing there.
Yeah,
and you got fired.
Correct. But you have to own your part of the role. But the funny thing is, I always look back on this now, it's like, he got me fired, which ultimately was the final nail, one of the final nails in the coffin of my relationship. And I still hang out with that guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you started
moved to
telling
LA
this
together.
story, I was like, didn't you recommend him for the show that I was doing in Santa Monica? You're like, that guy's really funny.
It is, and we moved out here together, kind of. So anyway, long story short, that all happened while my wife was on practice Divorce Europe, and she came home, and I was like, I got fired, and you could just see, like. She came home to an unemployed guy that we had just bought a house together.
She's like, you're gonna want to sit down.
And I see it all deflate, and I don't remember the rest of the story because it's so long ago now.
Yeah.
This is 1999. So, but the bottom line is this: she was right in everything she did. She genuinely was, you know. And obviously, it's like one of those things that you go through all these, you make all these mistakes, you go through, you fuck up all this stuff, and then ultimately, you know, you right your ship. You realize, oh, this is where I was supposed to be. It was supposed to end up this way. I was supposed to meet my
Right.
wife. I have now. You know what I mean? Like my new wife, that is. And so it's like, man, she's not really new now, and we've been together a long time.
But she's
my
your
point
wife.
is, my wife.
The
Yes.
other one
Seems
doesn't
new.
count.
No, it's funny when people find out when I tell these stories. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Because if you know me, you don't know much about me previous to living in Los Angeles. Because it's just like to me,
Pacific time is the only way I know you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, one thing I just figure nobody gives a shit. I mean, have you guys ever been in a situation where, like, you're with people that aren't like your closest friends, and you're just trying to start a conversation with them, and you'll bring up something that's going on in your life, and they're immediately not paying attention to you, and you're like, no one gives a shit.
Right.
No one cares. Like yesterday, I said to these people that we were hanging out with, they always saw, you know, I heard you used to do stand up, all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah. So then yesterday I go, oh yeah, I just recently did stand up again. And as I was saying that, they just turned away from me and just started doing other stuff.
Well,
and I was like, they don't give it. They don't let me know.
Let me defend you here a little bit, though, in these scenarios, because it's like these people ask the questions
Yeah.
because they're not comfortable with silence. And they're, well, are you married? Do you have any kids? What do you do for a living? Oh, that's interesting. Who are some of your influences? Blah, blah, blah. So you think maybe they do want to talk about this shit. So next time you see them, you're like, my kid won a spelling bee, and I got a new 5 minutes down in San Diego I did on the microphone. And they're like, what's your name?
Yeah.
They don't give a shit, you know?
And they probably don't mean anything by it. Of course, I'm obviously exaggerating this situation, but I was just like, this is why I don't talk to people about what's going on in my life.
What's funny about
you
me-
take that risk that they're not interested at all. See,
I
he
do the
agrees.
same thing, and I've talked to people where they've asked me a question that's like Barbara Walters level question about my life, and I start telling them the answer to
Yeah.
it, and they go, yeah. Like they already know. How do you already know my life? Why the hell did you even ask, you motherfucker?
Yeah. No, they ask big questions
Yeah.
with little interest. It's very strange. And this is what most Thanksgiving or family reunions are like.
But if you if you're a little bit soft, it can start becoming humiliating.
Well,
Because they
just stop offering it up.
they're reeling
Yeah.
you in, and you're like, you take the bait, and then
Yeah.
they're like, I wasn't really interested. Just so you know.
just remember they're not going to remember you anyway.
Oh, I'm the crazy one for answering that question.
Yeah, I know, for the question you asked. Welcome to the Full Charge Power Hour. I'm Matt Fulshron. We'll get to when me and my, I'll explain my move to Los Angeles. No divorce. Spoiler alert.
Which means you're probably younger.
But somewhat of one. Pledge on Patreon, patreon.com/the full charge. And I'm going to be in Denver, Colorado in September.
Nice.
So come see me. I moved when I was 23, and I felt like that was late. You know, I wanted to get out here earlier.
Babies, yeah.
But my parents were paying for college, and I was like, I'm going to go. I kind of like still listen to my parents at that point. Right?
But 23 and 24? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's, to me, so I still wanted to be in music and radio.
Yeah.
But also had an interest in stand-up and all that stuff. I always knew I liked L.A., but it sounds like, I don't know if you guys had other conflicting interests, or you were so honed in on this is where you wanted to be, which is why you came in younger, do you think?
It was pretty much that, and I had a very similar thing with college and all of that. But the whole time I was in college, I was like, I'm wasting 4
That's what I was thinking.
castable years.
That's what I was thinking.
You know?
And then I was like, but I'll also do an extra year of college.
Yeah.
Because I started working on these film projects, and I had access to these cameras, and I had a girlfriend, and I had friends, and I'm like, yeah. But then when I graduated and I was landscaping in Southern Maryland, I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. And one of my friends said something to me, was like, I go, yeah, I'm just going to be here for 3 months. And he's like, you ain't moving. And I felt the danger of that. To me, it's not a danger to anybody that still lives there. But to me, it was like,
right, but if you have a goal like that,
I want to
it's a
go.
big
This is
deal.
before I had a smartphone in 1997. I couldn't just make my own shit and put it out there. I knew I had to get to California or New York. And looking back, New York would have been so easy for me. I have grandparents in New Jersey, my grandfather used to commute to New York City for work all the time. But the thing about that is the move home potential. If you don't move that far away from home,
yeah.
the move back home is just like so easy
Not
to
that
do.
big a deal, yeah.
Moving back from Los Angeles is a bitch.
Yeah.
Well,
And you got
that's
some splaining to do, Lucy, when
on
you get
both
home.
ends to the people you're leaving
Yeah.
and back home.
Yeah.
Well, because a lot of people, I don't know if you guys had this experience, and I don't think they mean anything by it, but when you leave home, there's a lot of doubters, especially coming from the Midwest. A lot of people don't. They build their nest somewhere relatively close. So when you literally like leap off that bridge, they're like, oh, okay. So I think it's hard for also a lot of people to go back. And I have a lot of friends. I mean, now we've been out here a long time that they left.
Yeah.
A few of them did I'll be back, and we all know that doesn't.
Sure.
No one comes
I'll
back.
save up some money. I'll pay off my credit cards.
Yeah.
Right.
You live there now. How's your kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody really ever comes back, and that's not a slight against them.
No,
It's just
that's
that
life,
once you
man.
get
This is a
out-
bitch.
No,
You know what I mean? It's a bitch to make a living. It's show business is a bitch. Life is a bitch. Fucking live where you can live and enjoy yourself. That's what I say.
Yeah, and you don't make all of those choices. Like the pandemic hit, a lot of people that were like locked into LA were like, "Oh, I'm moving. I
Yeah.
guess I'm moving. I didn't
that's
want to, but I'm moving."
You don't have a
that's true.
job. You're working freelance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You work in a bunch of different jobs. They're not available anymore. There's no
Right.
You got maybe unemployment if you can figure that shit out. That's not easy.
which is like a full-time job
Yeah.
in and of itself.
Now, I don't know what it's like in New York, but out here, the consensus always was if you're thinking long game, you have to figure out a way to establish yourself in your life here. Because if you make just all, like you said, all the people that don't care about you your life, you can't last out here. You're
Sure.
5, maybe 10 years max.
I'm just hearing this
and you're
now.
out.
This is right on.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the Rick Dalton advice.
Yeah.
When you're making money, you buy property.
Buy a
you
property,
live here.
yeah.
You're not just visiting.
You have to make a life for yourself. Otherwise, there's always one foot ready to go out the door and just go back to wherever you came from.
Right.
Because every other day, someone's telling you the answer is no, and why are you still here?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to have something else to hang on to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you have to have somebody who's gonna be like, it's all right.
Yeah.
Don't worry about these fucking assholes.
And that you always, and I hope you guys haven't used this yet, you always have to have your lifeline call. The last call, if you're ready to go.
yeah, okay.
Steve Martin talks about this in his book.
Yeah.
You have to have that person in your Rolodex on your phone that when you go, that's it, I'm out of here, you still call them and they'd be like, hold on.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me do something for you, and if it doesn't work out, then
Right.
you can go. But I'm not going to give up. There's that one last person
Someone
that
who's
says,
not
I'm not
laughing.
giving up on you yet.
I'm laughing because my lifelines all said, good luck. like when I was moving to New York.
Vaya con Dios.
Like just trying that. I called up some people. I'm like, yeah, maybe a job at your joint because otherwise I'm moving. They're like, you're going to do great out there.
Oh,
Have
You know?
fun.
Yeah.
have you used yours yet?
No,
Okay.
I don't even.
Mike's a lifer. He's never left.
I think most of my lifelines have died, or they've moved. Like they were supposed to call me,
Right.
and then they fucking moved. But no, yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. But I think just as important as all the things you said, and it sounds corny as hell, but you have to enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun doing it, there's no point doing it.
Yeah, and you can find a way to have fun doing it.
Oh yeah.
And you have to acknowledge that no matter what you do, it's going to be difficult, most likely. Something might be easier.
And I got to say, this is not a slam to the people back home
Yeah.
in Aurora, Colorado. I love everyone that I knew growing up.
Yeah.
But I've had things happen this month on accident
Yes.
that would be the crowning achievement of their lives.
I,
They would dine out on it for the rest of their fucking life.
I
So,
wrote that down
you
this
know.
week. And it was in San Francisco too. I just wrote
Yeah.
down like, oh my God, I had this crazy day. I would never remember today if I didn't write it down.
Right.
But it was fucking amazing. And,
Yeah.
like right down to me walking down the street and seeing Jason Schwartzman and Ike Barinholtz just like filming a movie.
Yeah.
And like I was supposed to be in Dallas that day, but I stayed in San Francisco. I hung out with my brother. I did this, I did that. I went for a walk in San Francisco and there was more to it, but I was like, this is a run-of-the-mill day that is
Yeah.
just unbelievable.
Exactly.
You know,
That you could never have had
right.
where you're from.
Right.
you know?
So just as that example, seeing those two celebrities, if someone from my hometown, like if that happened, that would be their whole Hollywood story.
Yeah,
That would be their whole
forever.
thing. You know, I saw them.
And they'd be right to be like, oh,
Right.
that's
yeah,
very
no,
exciting.
because it is amazing. Yeah,
Enough of those have happened that I don't remember half of them
totally.
here. You
Yeah.
know? I remember this was a while back, but they had, just because I'm in SAG, they put me on the SAG Awards nominating committee one year.
Okay.
And it happened to be the year that all the, like Iron Man, the Hulk, and the Dark Knight had come out in theaters. And so they sent me a letter that said, I don't know if you'd have any interest in this, but we're doing a screening of The Dark Knight 2 months before it comes out with the entire cast and director doing a Q&A afterwards.
Were you already
I
standing
nearly
behind them
broke-
while they were writing that email? You're like, I'm sorry, go ahead, just hit send on that. The answer is yes.
I nearly broke my fingers trying to dial it out. Yes, I will be there. Don't you fret. You can count on me, sir. You know, and just stuff like that happens that I would never have had
Right.
something like that back in Aurora, you know?
You know, would you guys agree after being out here a long time, and maybe part of this is youth, but I always look at it like my moving out here is not a slight to where I came from.
No.
I actually love where I came from.
No, but that's the thing. A lot of people take it that way.
Well, I mean,
You
maybe
know?
sometimes when you're younger, you're like, fuck this, I got to get out of this place. That's a very young thing to do.
Sure.
But you know what? There are kids that say that who grew up in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think kids say that wherever they are. Like youth
Yeah.
goes,
This place
fuck
sucks."
this place.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Right.
I need to go do something new. I'm over this place. And then as you get away from it for a little, you kind of long for it again. You romanticize it.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
like there's only bad places if you deem them bad, right?
Yeah.
Like but again, it's not a slight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a us versus them. Like I'm not against where I came, as you can see by the hat I'm wearing. I'm not against where I came from.
But I
Well,
did have friends that kind of like took it personally.
Yeah.
That I was leaving, you know.
It's like when you say you're going to try to be more healthy or you're going to quit drinking.
Yeah.
You're going to quit eating meat. There's always somebody going, no, you can't do that.
yeah.
What the fuck? Because it means something to them. It means something about them.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
yeah.
quitting drinking. I have to quit drinking.
Yeah. You're going to make me quit.
You know, I have to go
I don't
fucking be a movie star like
Yeah.
you.
I don't want to
be.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to have to do that. You're damn right you don't want to do it. Well, I'm here to tell you.
And also it's saying like, I think your life sucks enough that I'm going to try something else where the odds are so incredibly against
Yeah.
me and I might die and I might go homeless. I would rather do that than what you're doing.
Right.
You know, is kind of the read into it that happens
Yeah,
sometimes.
because you don't realize, like, I'm talking from their perspective now, you don't realize that people aren't thinking about you as much as you think they are.
Right.
Well, there's that. Yeah, there's that. too.
yeah.
Like, not most things aren't about you.
Yeah.
So there was that.
And even if they fucking hate you, they still don't spend all day thinking about how they hate you.
No,
Right.
dude. I can sum it up in a this is how you should look at everybody in your life the minute you walk away from them. When you first have kids, and you take them to daycare or preschool for the first time, they're bawling, right? And you're bawling because they're bawling.
Right.
It's like everybody's being ripped from each other. The
Right.
trauma that's happening in that moment. And you look over at the person that's in charge of the daycare or the preschool or the teacher, and they're like, please leave. And you're like,
Yeah.
what? They're like, I'm going to tell you. And they always, this is a speech you get every time. I'm going to tell you something right now. The minute you leave and we close the door and walk in here, your kid's going to stop crying and it's going to start doing things
Sure.
inside here with us. And
Right.
you're like,
Yep.
what? No.
Not
Can't be.
No way.
I told them to
Not
be
in a million
dependent on
years.
me.
That's right. Not in a million years. And then, of course, these things are true and everything
Yeah,
happens.
right.
And but we think, right, that everything it's like honking at somebody that's pissing you off in front of you.
Yeah.
Right.
We think that after you drive past them, they're still thinking about you, like, 5 seconds down the road.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, unless you honk at me, then I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
I want to kill you.
I always think the person in front of me is just worried about what I'm doing. Like they're looking in the rear. Oh boy, I hope I'm not letting him down.
So you're
with my
you're
driving
sitting up
choices.
straight. You're making sure. You're,
I'll put on a hat if my hair's fucked up if I'm coming to the pool. I'm like, who knows who's in the next car?
I can't believe I still
Maybe
have
a
vanity.
casting director.
It's funny you say that. I still have vanity. Like if I have to take the garbage out, I'll put on a baseball hat if my hair's fucked up. I have no like. All my neighbors, we've all seen each other like in pajama. Like no one, you know what I mean? Like everyone's just like whatever.
I think we've been conditioned because when we were young enough to have the sloppy hair, which was kind of in fashion, you would still get told, "Hey, man,
Do something.
enough with the hair. You're at work. Like, what the fuck?" So you get conditioned into being an adult, and like adults do look at each other like that and be like, "Brian's slipping.
Yeah.
Trash day was yesterday, and his hair looks like shit."
But can I tell you guys, thank God I'm obsessed with hats because I went and got my hair cut today. And I always bring a hat, but I don't.
You gotta bring a hat.
But I don't put it back on right. I never want to offend
No.
them. So I take it off. I let them do their thing.
Absolutely.
I get 2 blocks down the road because I think they're looking out the window. I think they're tracking me.
Does he like it? Does he?
But in my mind, also, I feel like when you leave a salon or a barber, you can't walk out with a hat on because that's bad rep for them. Right? So I don't want to disrespect.
It's not good manners.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank God I brought my hat today because I got the woman that cut my hair. She gave me a Proud Boys comb over when she was done.
Right.
And I was too nice to say anything. You know, like kind of that semi Hitler thing. Like I don't.
Off
I
to
don't,
the side?
I don't part my hair.
Sure.
But it
Wow.
was straight up.
Can we
like,
see it?
Yeah.
I fixed it, but you can see there's a little bit of it left over.
No,
so
there's
she
nothing
had it,
left over.
But she had it.
She had
like
it that way.
and it was matted
Like-
down
I-
and wet, and I was like, I can't walk the streets like this.
I always opt out of the hairstyle portion of the. Do you go to a hairstylist or a barbershop?
I go to a hairstylist.
See, I go to a barbershop and they will be like, "Yo, you want us to fucking?" They still use the same shit from like 1952.
Give you a faux hawk. You want, yeah.
Like they want to put some kind of whatever that grease is or whatever the Rockefeller
pomade.
There it is, yeah.
And I'm always like, nah, man, because then you just get some like super slick. I'm always like, I'm about to go to the pool. I'm about to go swimming. It'd be a waste of time.
Yeah.
And your hair don't look good for at least 2 weeks after you get it cut anyway.
You're not
You know?
going back to like anywhere where you need, you know what I mean? You're not getting ready to go to the Oscars.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so they have to finish you there.
Yeah.
The consensus is right. You go home, you have to shower back. Sorry, Mike, all these conversations, I forgot that it doesn't matter.
I went
to
so
you.
outrageously bald so long ago that I don't. None of it matters to me. This is all a new experience for me to hear about in a way. You know?
But yeah, I mean, you go home and then you figure out what you're going to do with whatever's left over. That's how I look at it because it's left over. My hair is just I have it,
Yeah.
but it's not really there anymore. It's just,
I'm thinking about going. I want to get the buzz pretty soon.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Mike has a good head.
You can't go back though. I've seen guys do the buzz,
Yeah.
and when it doesn't work,
Right.
And if it doesn't come back, that's the trick. You mean that's the,
like Matt Lauer. Remember that?
Yeah, I think so.
I remember a lot
You
about
would think
Matt,
that was like the worst thing that
Yeah,
could
yeah.
happen
Sure,
to him, but
right.
it wasn't.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, but like you got to be careful. Like I lucked out. You're right. That I have a very spherical
Yes,
sort of
man.
head.
because
so
not
it's
everybody
okay.
gets that.
No. I knew a guy who had like that elephant scrotum thing where it's like a wrinkle dog.
Sure.
But he didn't know it
Yeah.
until he shaved it.
Yeah,
And it was like,
Oh no!
bad news. It looks like his brain. It looked like his brain was
Yes,
just
I've seen
on top
those.
of his head.
But we also have to come to the conclusion eventually that we are not runway models,
Sure.
and it
Eventually?
doesn't matter so much.
Congratulations, you're still
now
in the
would
game.
be nice. Now would be a nice time to realize that.
Well, you say you're.
I'm 50 years old. I mean, how much longer do we have to try to look good?
I don't know. Just go,
Just as long as you like women.
walk in. Just
you know.
here's how you know because I've already been through this. Walk into any area where it's mostly young,
Yeah.
mostly in shape, and pretty good-looking people, and then see A, how you feel as you're walking through that,
yeah, yeah.
and B, notice how no one's noticing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're there. That's when you know you're there.
Right.
You're not relevant.
And you still, that situation makes you feel even more self-conscious for some reason, even though no one's noticing you.
It does, but it really shouldn't because
Yeah.
everyone, the attractive people are doing you a favor.
Yes.
They're distracting everyone.
Right, right.
You're there, no one's looking at you when Sydney Sweeney's walking around.
That she's got the spotlight.
Yeah.
So what would you do to your hair? You say short. What does that mean? Like,
I mean,
would you do the Matt Lauer? Not the certain Matt Lauer. Would you just the hair Matt
right
Lauer?
now, I have enough.
I think
where
it is
I
a
could
position.
do
The Matt Lauer.
like a crew cut where you could still see the hair. Just introduce the idea to people.
Just a hint.
Like a military-ish kind of
yeah. Like the clippers, the buzzers.
yeah,
Not like a
You
buzz
put you put one of those white things on it.
The guard?
Yeah, the guard. You put a
Okay,
guard on
all
it.
right.
Maybe like a half an inch at first. Give the buzz kit just to get people used to the shape of my head.
Yeah.
And then by the time the hair is gone, it's like, it's transition. It'll be a
You're
visual
slowly
transition.
phasing out your hair.
I
is
don't.
what you're
Yeah,
saying.
the fade out. The fade out, we call it in the dating business,
do you
and the DJ business, and the engineer business. A lot of businesses use this term.
So you're going to fit right in there at any of these businesses.
Did you? When did you start losing your hair, Mike?
Oh, God, probably 30.
Okay, so did you have that private talk with yourself of like, what am I going to do here? Am I going to go try to seek hair transplants? Am I going to paint this shit in? Am I going to start wearing wigs? Like, did you think
I
of
never
any of those
believed
things?
in like paint or wigs, but I tried Rogaine for a while.
Okay. Yeah.
And it gave me such bad migraines, and
Yeah, that's weird, right? I've tried it before. It hurts my head.
like it was literally clutching the hair.
Yeah,
that was
right.
left.
That's horrible.
It was like, just stay, please don't leave. And that 1% of guys that get dick problems, I was in it.
Oh,
And so I was
man.
like, nope.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to deal.
Yeah, because every time I start using a product,
yeah.
I'm always like, this is my dick. My dick.
Yeah. If I have to choose one, it's not really Sophie's choice.
mean-
It's pretty straightforward.
There's
It's like, what are we doing all this for anyway?
There's bald guys out there crushing it.
Yeah,
and they can still
sure.
fuck,
Yeah.
you know?
Because it's in now.
Yeah.
It's become so.
Well, this is beautiful, though. It's like if you watch anything, like I've been watching some older movies, and even like Hollywood movies had dudes with comb overs,
Yeah.
dudes
Yeah.
with
bad toupees.
Like I was watching No Way Out. Gene Hackman.
Mm-hmm.
He don't have much, but he's still rocking like whatever he can.
Right.
This is the age of honesty.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I'm going to show you the cards I'm holding.
Yeah.
That's why I pull my hair back, because I'm like, this is it. This is what we're dealing with. I'm not hiding anything from you. You know.
Yeah.
I got a hat on, but
Yeah, it's like I respect everyone, but I do
Sure.
respect guys that have gone through a similar thing as I have, where it's like that guy had to make some hard fucking choices,
Right.
in his life that led him to being bald,
Yeah.
and he's just going to be that.
well, the sad
know?
thing out too is I think they do have implants. What are those called? Hair
Hair
They kind of
transplants.
stitch it into you or something, right?
It doesn't look right. They're too far apart. They look like doll's hair.
I think they're getting good at it though, and that's the problem, because like I don't want to do it, but if it
they're
looks
getting.
good,
I'll tell you this.
Are they stitching in real hair or fake
it
hair?
makes you feel like you're doing something wrong if you don't do something about it. But fuck that shit.
But what they don't tell you, and this, I was talking to a friend of mine about this in general, where there are a lot of people in LA have had work done of different kinds for beauty.
Yeah.
What they never seem to tell people ahead of time, like before the surgery, is all the upkeep you have to do on the other end of it.
Oh yeah.
Of like, oh yeah, we fixed your neck, but from now on you have to put this makeup on, and you have to draw like a fake chin line here and all this stuff. And it's the same with the hair transplants, where they've got doll's hair and they're like, take this eyebrow pencil and you draw the rest of your hairline in every day for the
day,
rest of your
yeah.
life.
No, I'll see you at the bald shop.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the clipper store.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
man, I feel for those people that just don't want to let go, because
Yeah.
I understand
We
that
all
too.
feel for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're still getting haircuts and shit. I'm still getting haircuts and shit. We're still playing the game best we can.
Don't think
we don't
I
know when the
haven't-
contract's going to end, but we know it's not permanent.
Yeah, no, I know that when I go to a pool, my shirt will never ever come off again.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I actually went into the pool the other day with one of my kids, and he was like, "Why are you wearing that shirt in here?" I'm like, "This is where we're at, son. Just stop asking the questions." I wasn't wearing a button down.
Yeah.
But the point was, it clearly was not a swim shirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, "This is where I'm at in my life. So let's just let this happen."
You got to get a wetsuit and be like, it's cold.
When I was a kid,
No, wetsuits are not flattering.
we were on vacation in Las Vegas, and there was like a Wet and Wild, one of those parks or whatever. And I was just chilling outside, and this dad comes out of one of the pools of water, and he's got a V-neck on, just a white V-neck, and it's clenching everything. And I guess it was his son, but I'm not 100% sure. But someone came by, frapped him on the ass with a towel, and said, "You look like a sack full of lunch meat."
Kids.
See, that's the toughest part.
Just devastated.
So I get it from my nieces. Like they like trash me a little bit.
Yeah.
Do your kids like trash you?
Every day.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Because I know I used to do it to my
I don't know
dad.
about that part, but continue.
Because I know I used to do it to my dad who just did not deserve it.
No, right,
You know, you
yeah.
get older and you be like, man, he was getting older. I should have like fucking, you know, and my uncles and shit just be like, boom.
Yeah.
And now when my nieces do it to me, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Give him a little
I feel terrible.
mercy, but yeah.
Yeah. That's what family's for.
Dude,
These lifelines we're talking about can be pretty cruel.
one of my kids was just going at me, and I just turned to my wife, and I was like, "You
Yeah.
see what I'm
See
doing?"
this?
And she's like, just
Yeah,
walked
she's
away.
like, it's not me, it's
Yeah,
you.
she's like, "They ain't gonna do it to me."
Yeah.
You're the one who wore those pants. It's not, you know.
You're the one who made those choices in your life. Don't drag me into your shit.
Oh my God.
But that's going back to the T-shirt thing. We've
Yeah,
all seen
yeah.
wet
Yeah.
T-shirt contests. What did he think
Yeah.
going in?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Before the plunge.
But
Fine.
now everybody's looking at you.
It actually probably makes it worse, right?
Well, yeah,
yeah.
because now we're like,
Because it
people are like-
highlight everything. Like,
Yeah, it's just
everything
all the
that
wrong
is
things.
going wrong.
it's just like,
It's like a photo negative of your chest.
yeah, it kind of,
Basically,
yeah,
you
it
know.
amplifies like the rolls and stuff.
Right, yeah.
It makes everything that much more, and you're just drawing attention to yourself. So the best thing to do is
And that poor
not
guy-
go swimming.
And just don't leave the house.
Yeah, it's awful.
I'm thinking, I don't think I'll ever be a shave head. Like, you see how Mike has a little bit on there?
Do you always,
Like-
or do you go clean?
I don't go totally super clean, but I don't use a guard when I use
Yeah, right.
so you
So
would
it
never,
comes
you
out
wouldn't
about
clean.
like what you've got going on here.
Oh, okay.
On
I don't think I would look good as a Kojak type guy. I think I'd look better as a White Lotus. What's the guy that was in Napoleon Dynamite and is like the wife of
Oh yeah.
Jennifer?
Stubble.
Oh, right,
Stubblehead.
right.
Like
Yeah.
a little stubble, like a little
stubble.
color, whatever.
Yeah.
Even if it goes gray, that's
Yeah.
my plan.
Yeah,
That's-
the completely smooth bald.
Sure.
I don't like that's unsettling to me.
Well, it also feels like it's also a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
That's an everyday job.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
But they have these things I've seen them where you just put them on your hand, and you just go like this. It's like an
Oh yeah,
electric
I want to
razor.
get one of those. Actually.
Yeah, it's awesome. So
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't mind going like to skin for like a day and then let it grow out for like 14. This makes me happy
get
to have
a
a
little
plan.
shaggy.
You're like you don't want to think about this at all. But
well,
for
'cause
me, it's like these are my secrets that I keep in all day long. Because my wife just does not want me to go bald, and doesn't want me to shave
She
my
doesn't?
head. No, well, no, she doesn't.
What
and
are
I
the
told her
odds?
during the pandemic, I was like, yeah, I was thinking of shaving my head, just to see what it looks like for the pandemic. And her and her mother are both like, no, you can't do that. Like, apparently in New Orleans, that's not a cool thing to do or something. But they got bald people in New Orleans. I don't know what they're talking about.
Were they worried that you were going to be seen as a skinhead or something?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say
No,
most-
I'm never coming off as a skinhead, I don't think.
Well, what if you were skateboarding?
Skaters aren't skinheads.
No, skateboarding and bald head.
The thing is,
Why am I
And maybe
skateboarding in this
flipping people
scenario?
off. You're a skateboarder. What are you talking about?
I am not a skateboarder anymore.
I'll tell you this: you think you're not going to come off as a skinhead,
Yeah, right.
when you're in traffic.
Oh, right.
And they just have your head to go off
Gotcha.
of, and your
Yeah,
road
yeah,
rage.
yeah.
It's like that dude's a fucking skinhead.
Right,
that guy's
right,
a problem.
right.
Also, the fully bald deal.
Yeah.
You almost have to get one of those ascot like neck scarf
Oh yeah.
with some sort of brooch
Yeah,
or
and a
something
dinner
like
jacket.
that. Yeah, you've committed to a lifestyle.
Just to come off as like a little softer, or what? What does that do?
Like I don't know, but you have to do it.
Like a scarf?
Every full-on bald guy
Sure, okay.
dresses like Kingpin.
Right.
They have like some sort of ornate neck arrangement going on. And so you have to do it. You don't get
Yeah.
to choose.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest.
you don't get to
10
choose.
years from now, can we still carry this look? Or
This look?
are we required?
This look for sure.
Are we required by society at some point
Well, this
that
is-
people are going to be like, hey, man, you probably should stop looking like that. You kind of just have to just
like
look
beauty
like
fascism.
Like
they
you
might
have
just-
to look like your age thing. You need to start.
Yeah, but what does that
That would be
mean
great.
anymore?
I don't know. I'm just
Because I mean, it's not that different. Like when we were kids and we'd see like 60-year-olds or whatever, they'd be wearing a shirt like that.
Yeah.
Right? Not jeans. We have to switch to slacks
Yeah.
and no more tennis shoes and some sort of hat that's not a baseball hat, like a one of those things. One of those
the
bigger
old Irish man
yeah, like
cap.
yeah. But
The
thing is,
newsboy cap.
yeah, but the thing is, fashions change.
Yeah.
And this is what everybody dresses like now from
In Los
10 years
Angeles,
old.
I don't
Sure.
know.
Yeah,
you know.
maybe, but I don't see. Yeah, I mean, in the Midwest, maybe you see like a lot of mom jeans and like sweatshirts.
In the red states, guys our age are not dressing like this.
You don't think so, huh?
Not very often.
well, can we still wear logoed shirts? Is there a cutoff on certain types of logo shirts?
In LA, they can bury you like this.
right.
You know what I mean? Like logos, yes.
Okay.
We live on logos, whether it's
Yeah.
a production house
Or John Deere.
or a comedy
what have you,
club,
yeah.
or even something ironic like Pepsi Free or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like I think we're gonna be fine in LA. I mean, we've all been dressing like this for 25 years out
And
here.
Walmart is kind of pushing that look anyway. The
To everybody.
barbecue day off.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a pepper sort of
I
t-shirts.
think everybody dresses
Who
like
farted shirts that say that.
Funny
That's
shirts.
yes,
Yeah.
as I say, funny shirts. That totally fits older dudes. Like,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah, but-
hey, just in case you're wondering what kind of guy I'm going to be at the party today.
Yeah.
Just read the shirt. We all know how much fun you're going to have around me.
What are you looking at, Dick Nose?
Toilet paper one that says that's how I roll. It's
Dude.
the dumbest thing ever, and I love that it exists.
You go to a
Somebody made a lot of money off it.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. We should, as comedians, be making these T-shirts, but
Sure.
we're too fucking scared about what other comedians think of us. We could be rich. If you go to a shopping mall, like I'm thinking of one in Columbus, where the Funny Bone is, like everybody's got a funny T-shirt.
Yeah.
I've got a T-shirt that says that my brother got me. Says I've been to Los Angeles, which I love wearing in Los Angeles, and it fits nice too. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear it on stage tonight. I'm like, don't
do it. Don't.
get a shirt that's a joke.
Yeah.
Because you got to tell jokes, and now you're telling them this is my type of joke.
Yeah.
But on the streets, that's a great shirt.
On the
Just
street-
wandering the
Yeah,
streets.
but in the
Great.
sheets,
Yeah.
butt naked.
You can wear it in the pool like me.
Would you wear a
good
joke
pool
that-
shirt?
Would you wear a joke that you've written?
No,
Yeah. See, that's
I wouldn't.
That could be a
maybe
bad.
maybe I don't want to tell that joke.
Right,
And if I do,
Yeah.
they've been hearing it the past 10 minutes on my shirt.
too.
Like if Jeff Foxworthy wore a "You Might Be a Redneck" shirt,
Yeah,
that would be crazy.
That could work though, actually,
Yeah.
because that somebody explained that to me, or I just read about it. It's like he switched the setup and the punchline, and so the punchline is always the same. There's not a lot
Yeah.
of people that have done that.
Right. Yeah.
You might be a redneck. You know what he's
Yeah.
gonna say. It's fucking wild.
Yeah. He hit it. He found it.
Props to Jeff Foxworthy.
Props.
Hell yeah.
At that landscaping job, one of my coworkers gave me the tape,
Oh, really?
and I
Wow.
listened to it before I even did comedy. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. My friend Randy loved it too. He's like, I love this Jeff Foxworthy.
You cannot be into a certain comedian's like humor,
Yeah.
And
but
still
you can
their
respect
game.
their how they do it, how they write, how they deliver.
Well-
how, I mean, all those other. There's so many more aspects than just the joke itself.
Well, let's also talk about 1997 for a second. I'm not watching that much stand-up comedy. So when
Yeah.
I hear someone do it, I'm like, holy shit, he's really got this down. He's really got a full presentation here. You know, and now that I know what someone has to go through to get an hour of material, you're damn right it's funny.
Yeah.
He's been spending decades on this shit.
Yeah.
You know?
It better be by the time he gets there.
By the time it gets to the cassette in Southern Maryland
yeah.
and it's getting passed around the fucking van.
If it survives that, you're right. You got something.
I was thinking about that van the other day because they'd put us in the back with like no seatbelts and like rototillers and buckets and chemicals and shit. And I'd be like, hey, and they hated me. They used to call me college boy. I'm like, hey, like we should have seatbelts back here. And then, and the woman Carol's driving and her coworker goes, Carol don't get in accidents. And I'm just sitting there like,
Okay.
There's your
nobody
seatbelt.
thinks they get in accidents.
Of course.
Accidents are accidents because you don't know they're coming. I was just like, oh, thank God I'm going to LA. I'm definitely going. Thank God I worked at that fucking, that landscaping place, because I was going to work at the pool, which would have been too sweet.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I did this stupid thing when I was young. I'd be like, no, I'll try something different. Like, I always had this lifeguarding certification.
I'll try something.
And I remember my friends were working at Taco Bell, and I'm like, I want to try working at fast food. And I went there, and first of all, it was like they opened, I don't even know, like they were giving away free cars at this Taco Bell. The whole town showed up
Jesus.
to get this, because we didn't have even another Mexican place. So like the whole place
Still
is
didn't,
there.
but
I had nothing. The reason I didn't want to is I didn't want to work there is because I'm just standing there, because it was the people, they shipped people in from out of town because they knew it was going to be crazy.
Yeah, you had to
And
be
they were
good,
like,
yeah.
Matt, go sweep the parking lot. And I'm just like, I was sweeping the parking lot all
man.
day, because that's how crazy it was too. It was like a rock concert. Like there was just trash everywhere. And I just said to myself, I'm like, and then when I'm mopping the floor, and I go, I have CPR and lifeguard certification. Yeah. I called up my swim coach. I'm like, dude, you got a job for me? And he's like, yeah. And I just started working at the pool again. And then I did the same thing with landscaping, but they were friends with my parents, so like I couldn't quit, and I kind of blew it with the job anyway. But that is a sweet gig. It paid well. I could live with my parents and just like stack cheddar. That's what we used to say back then.
Honestly, I still wish your story would have ended with, and that's when you found out the woman driving was in trouble with the law, and she took off, and just you and a bunch of shit went flying and rolling out the back of the
just a
van
buzzsaw.
onto the street, and somebody just happened to get it on video. It'd be the greatest thing ever. Just you and buckets and lawnmowers, just. And just some young kid,
Yeah,
just
with a
rolling
college
with it,
degree.
with a college degree in his back pocket,
Just-
rolling out the back,
Just disfigured.
while
for life.
Cindy's running from the law.
It all comes together now that we're talking about this, because there was a day I didn't make it to work. I had something else to do, and the the guy who ran the business like had a talk with the whole place. This is what I heard. And he was like, y'all need to be doing more with your lives than just working at a landscaping place. Take Matt, for instance. He's going to L.A. He's going to be some... And then, I came back and it was like, what a dick. And someone told me, I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why would you... Not everybody wants to leave.
Yeah.
I'm not... And back then, honestly, it was about getting away from that fucking job.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Not thinking that you're going to have to go get another job.
Right.
I remember we took forever to get out here. I've told it a million times, so I'll give you guys the abbreviated version. But we made a lateral move and went to Morgantown, West Virginia first.
Makes sense.
Which was just going south, basically. And then, or maybe even north. My geography's not super hot, but it was a lateral
First
move.
and last time you ever been in that area?
West Virginia? No. I've
No,
been
that
back-
area that you took on the
That
route.
Morgantown? Yeah, I never.
Well,
I've
there
never
you go.
been
So
back.
I'm glad you made it.
And my car did break down there, so we did have a reason, an excuse. But it already broke
I guess
down
we
in West
live here
Virginia. Then we went to Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado, and just hung out there. Another college town.
Fun
Yeah.
hippie sort of town.
And then we went. We drove to California. We only spent like one night in a tent. We spent most other nights it took us like 2.5 weeks to get out there.
Wait,
And
you did tenting?
one night.
Yeah.
In other words, it was supposed to be like a quick trip with a lot of tenting, and we were like, no, fuck it, we're gonna hang out and party the whole way there.
Oh, got it.
Let's blow the money. Let's blow our startup capital on booze.
That's
and
23 for you,
burritos.
folks.
Yeah. And then on the way to California, we even stopped in Las Vegas for a couple hours. And I remember we were walking around the shopping area of Caesars, and I was like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
we're not shopping for anything.
We can't afford anything here.
We should get to where we're going.
Yeah.
And I just remember crossing into the California border and just this feeling like, oh, fuck, I have to start my life.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the reality. you're not thinking about.
It's
you
hard
have
when
this,
that sets in.
Yeah, it's like a hair transplant. You're like, I'm just going to get this transplant. You're not thinking about all the maintenance that's going to go with your decision, all the work that's going to get put
And
in
all
your
the people
decision.
you're going to annoy
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that are just tired of you and your
Let's
journey.
start with the people. So we already so the night we left West Virginia, all three of us, the older guys, me, my friend Tim, my friend Chris, we got so fucking hammered trying to keep up with my little brother and his friends that we like puked all over the house. And they were like, yeah, we really want these guys to leave. And then when I stayed with my friend Brandon in Fort Collins, he had roommates and we got along with them, but they don't like really know us, to the point where the first night we're there, we're all carrying on drunk and causing a lot of noise. Meanwhile, they're in like grad school and they've got to wake up early in the morning. So we're all crashed out on their couches. And I just wake up to this Anthrax song that's just blasting as loud as possible. And the roommate is walking through the living room, banging pots and pans. He's like, time to get up! Time to get up! Time to get up! And like my friend Chris was like, oh! Right? But I knew enough to be like, and my friend Conlon, my friend Tim did too, maybe just because we're Irish or something.
Yeah.
We're both like, no, I'm not awake. Shit ain't waking me up. I'm fine. But to your point, yes. So I made myself useful. I got up and I did all their shitty ass college dishes.
Oh,
right.
Fuck.
Which
That's
is
a big
like,
deal.
you need sandpaper for that shit. And I got it done. And so that was my nice gesture. Like, I'm not the asshole.
Yeah.
My friends are the assholes.
Yeah. Well, but by the time you get to LA, did you, so I know you and I have talked, we were college crashers for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And, I know I probably wore out my welcome than some of the places I was staying.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had to couch crash and.
I did for a week.
That's not bad.
And I was like, I kind of made it my mission. I was like, find a place and get out of this guy's hair as soon as you can.
Yeah.
And I did, and I don't think we spoke ever again after
Isn't that weird?
And I tried to be good, and I bought groceries for him that whole week and all that sort of stuff. And, but he was just kind of laser focused on his job, and I would just come in, go out, apartment hunt, and come back, and that was it. And like I remember that first week, I was like, Mel's Diner seems kind of cool. Maybe I'll go there. And I asked someone there, I was like, oh, what's it like working here? And she just looked me dead in the eye and said, the manager spilled hot French fry grease on two of my friends' feet. You don't want to work here. And I was like, that's all I needed to know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I didn't ask, like, did he do it intentionally or was it an accident?
Doesn't matter.
It was just whatever the situation. I don't want to work
If
here.
he's that incompetent or that mean,
I was like,
either way.
I would love it if he was that mean. if that was his punishment.
I got to get to the bottom of this, and I'm wearing shoes. That's for fucking sure.
But yeah, luckily I had worked for like a year saving up
There
money.
you go.
I worked at Blockbuster and then at Dave & Buster's, and they were both really, really good jobs.
I totally see you at Blockbuster. Do not see you at Dave & Buster's.
I can see him at Dave & Buster's.
What were
Do you
you
like
doing
video
there?
games?
I worked in that.
You could
area.
like the video games, but his job wasn't to play them.
No,
what did you do?
I counted tickets.
Was it? Or wasn't it?
I did, whether I was supposed to or not. But I counted tickets in the prize cage.
Oh, okay.
And people don't know that you weigh the tickets when they get there.
Okay.
You just dump them in this bin, and then the scale weighs them, and it's not only accurate but generous. It goes like way over what people actually got, you know. And so I didn't explain it to this old man when he came up, and he had like this many tickets.
Yeah.
And I was like, put them in the bin there, and he puts them in, and I get the number, and it's like 50,000 tickets or whatever, and I'm printing up the little receipt, and I take the tickets and dump them in the paper shredder, and he goes, what the hell kind of operation are you running here? And I was like, no, sir. And it was a whole ordeal, but he nearly had a stroke.
He thought you were pulling a fast one on him?
I'm like, great job, boom. That's all he saw, so to his...
What did he think was wrong? You're like destroying currency or something?
He thought he had just won 50,000 tickets, and I was like, great job, and just tossed them in the shredder, and that was it. He didn't know about the paper that I had.
Right.
Thanks for the paperback, kid.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. So could you use Dave and Buster's money to play video games?
Yeah,
off hours?
they had. They would give us all the time if we did
Yeah.
it. I don't know if it's like that now, but it was a great place to work at the time because if you did just about anything right, they would give you power cards, which were like currency for all the video games there. And when I first got there at orientation, they told me, "Oh, we also have a murder mystery theater here that does a show like once a week." And I was like, "How do you get involved in that?" And they're like, "Why?" I was like,
No one's ever asked that before.
yeah, I was like, "Well, I'm an actor. I want to do that." And the guy buckled over laughing, and he was like, "I'll put in a call for you if you want." And they gave me a role in it.
Well, of course, because no one else was asking, right?
Yeah.
Apparently.
And so, like, they would rearrange my schedule so that I could do it. I got to eat what the people at the dinner theater were eating. And I got paid an extra $75 to do this show.
That's a lot of money back
So
then.
they were
man.
like super supportive of me as soon as they found out that I had like a goal of some kind.
Right.
Because nobody else had tried that before.
Right.
Like the closest they had to it was one girl who was trying to sleep her way to the top. And they were very supportive of her too.
Oh,
They
well,
were
yeah.
you
You
know,
have to be.
but they let me do the things that were like performative in nature, where like they had that game where you would roll a ball and your little horse would go. They would let me call the races and stuff like that, you know.
So you
Yeah.
became their go-to entertainer.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. And the week that I put my 2 weeks in, I came into the office and they were like, "Oh, good, you're here. We wanted to let you know you got a 50-cent raise." And I was like, "Oh, about that.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Los Angeles." And the guy was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I told you guys I was going to do that, 6 months ago." And they're like, "Okay, but just so you know, you got Employee of the Month this month." And I was like, "I did?" And they're like, "Yeah, you got a $75 gift certificate to the dining room and like $200 in power cards and all this other shit that came with it."
Yeah.
So I took my mom to dinner there and everything.
Yeah.
And then like everyone knew me in the prize cage and they were like, "Yeah, you got like 50,000 tickets. What do you want to get?" And I was like, "I don't know. I have 2 little nieces. Is there anything they would like?" They were like, "We can get them like the biggest stuffed animals here." And so they got these like life-size Daffy Ducks. And so I got to come home like a huge hero.
You
to
are a
these kids.
hero.
So it was a lot of fun.
So to answer your question, yeah, he worked there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He worked the shit out of
Now
that.
that you explain it,
Yeah.
it makes complete
Right.
sense.
It was a lot
Now-
of fun. Like it's that line from Ghostbusters about Einstein did his best stuff working as a patent clerk.
There you go. Yeah.
That's how it felt. It was
Right.
like I was having a great time.
So the dinner theater thing, you didn't really touch on that too much. Was it?
Yeah.
Were you the youngest person there? Is that why they thought it was weird? Was it just a bunch of old retirees and you, or like, what was that experience like?
There was one other college age kid, but she didn't work at Dave and Buster's. She just did that there.
So, but was everybody else older and kind of this is just a,
A little
hobby
bit
they
older,
did?
like 10 to 15 years
okay,
older or something
okay,
like
so
that.
not that crazy old.
Yeah, and they were like community theater type
Okay.
Right.
people that were doing it for fun, and it was a fun little add-on thing. And I didn't do it long enough, but I guess they changed the show every 6 months or so, and would just they were like a rep company. They would just give each person a new part and do a new show.
That's what you don't think about that much is there's theater people and actors all
Yeah.
over the world, all over the country. Like when you watch that movie, American Movie, that documentary.
Great
that
movie, yeah.
I think it's in Michigan or Wisconsin or something. And there's like full on like 10 real dedicated.
Yep.
This is what they do. You can tell they're way into it.
Yeah.
And like they're actors, man. And that's what they do.
Yeah, they may have another 9 to 5 job during the day, but they will be as serious as a heart attack when you give them something to work on. And
They put
they'll
their time
commit
in.
to it.
They show up. If someone asks them what they do, they'll say they're an actor.
Yeah.
Like they take it very seriously. And honestly, what's the difference?
Yeah.
So many people out here, they ain't really acting.
Yeah, people are still.
They're actually acting more in Michigan than, you're just doing like 30 seconds at a time out here sometimes.
It would be just like us putting on comedy shows every week at the
Hey,
community theater.
not the same thing.
Come on now.
But
No, but it is the same thing. It is the same thing.
We're not getting
pay
paid
to
for
come
that.
see
Yeah.
them and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
technically, they're doing professional stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And there's definitely that waiting for Guffman sort of element.
Sure,
of like,
right.
People can very easily get their head up their own ass on doing it.
But there's a reason why Christopher Guest made that so funny, is because he knew people like that, I'm sure.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
And there are people. I'm sure there's a combination. There's people in L.A. he was making fun of as well.
Yeah,
you know.
And I think that was a big motivating factor for me. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I really didn't want to be a big fish in a little pond.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're gonna do this, do it. Test yourself against the very best.
Not only that, I really wanted to explore
all the
other
options.
parts, like the whole country. People don't know. You young people don't know. I know no young people are listening to this podcast, but nowadays when I go somewhere, I'm like, that could be a little sketchy. Like with the animosity towards each other in this country.
Yeah.
But at that time, we were the United States of America. Yeah. And we really enjoyed what each little pocket had to.
And it was very welcoming, you know.
Yeah. Like, and there was like commercials about it, and like, you know, like U-Haul, and like, I don't know. It's like we really celebrated our whole country, and it was, and like you read like books like On the Road, where it's just like a big playground for degenerates who like to hitchhike. You know?
It does have a lot to offer. Every state has something different, even the ones that seem like they all kind of blend together.
Arizona, slightly different than Nevada.
Yeah.
Just is.
Yeah. There's different stuff to see, different stuff to do. I remember going to Arizona, and in the hotel, I was like, there were signs all over the town about great barbecue here, great barbecue there. And so I asked the lady at the front desk, I was like, where is the best barbecue that I could walk to? And she's like, sir, I'm not kidding. It's in this hotel. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, we have a little restaurant. Like, you'll see it right on the side of the building. We built the hotel next to that restaurant because the barbecue was that good.
People were coming in.
Yeah. And so, like, I had a sandwich there, and it was brisket, like barbecue brisket, toasted bun. I remember the sandwich vividly. It was that good.
I do too somehow.
And so,
God, that sounds good.
I finish it in like 5 seconds, and I get a text from the headliner. He's like, hey, are you eating? I was like, you have to come down here right now. And as soon as he got done, he was like, I could have like 5 fucking more of these right now. So yeah, there's just stuff that you get to do. Like, I was thinking about what a treat it is for you to, like, not being from Colorado, but going there.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, for comedians that are going there that have never like experienced Casa Bonita or like going up into the mountains and checking shit out, or seeing like, I think Doc Holliday's tombstone is still there. There's all sorts of like crazy crap.
30 years ago this
so
week
much fun.
Was one of my first road trips. I was starting to realize the possibility that you actually could, we were talking about this out in the lobby, get in a car and go wherever you wanted. For some reason, I kind of lived in this southern Maryland cage, and we'd even go up to New Jersey, which I had no idea was right next to New York City. And we go up to the, even though I could see the skyline, right? Because my parents never wanted to take me there. And then we go up to the Adirondacks. Somehow, I didn't really figure it out until I went to Philly, which is right by Baltimore.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I can just go to Philly. And then my friend Randy, who you know, he was like, yeah, we drove out to San Diego and stayed there for the summer and came back. I was like, huh? Like, you do? And then I was just obvious to me. And then I read on the road during a blizzard, 1994 going into 95. And I was like, and then me and my friend Matt Green were like, this is featured on Roadhead's podcast, another podcast I used to do. We're like, we're fucking doing it. We're fucking doing it. And we did it. And I got to Colorado for my 21st birthday, Fort Collins.
Wow.
And just got super hammered, as you do. But we stayed there it was the same place as in the other story. Same place. We stayed there for like a week and a half, and it was just so cool to like experience it, go hiking, meet people who like just, I don't want to call them hippies, but there's no better word.
They're kind of on the fringe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that counterculture going on in Colorado, because it, like, on the surface when I was growing up there, it was like, if you ain't into sports or football, like football or religion, what are you doing here? But there was so much underneath that was fun and underground and hidden, and and it was a really cool place in a lot of ways because of that resistance to the mainstream stuff that was going on there.
And the people that ended up in a place like that, where people are like, I got to get away from shit. And then it's just, you know, generation after generation. But then, you know, Fort Collins also a college town.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything better than a fucking college town? They got all the cool shit, man.
Colorado State?
Huh?
Is that Colorado State?
Fort Collins, yeah. CSU.
And is that up by, where's Pikes Peak? Is that up that way?
I don't know.
Come on, you're from there. What are you talking about?
It's a big state.
I didn't sit around like doing cartography. I just
you didn't do that when you were growing up? Didn't you guys have to make those things in elementary school?
Yeah, we had to. That was the operative part of that sentence. We had to make
Anyway,
sure,
the point is Colorado's a beautiful
all I
state.
knew was that if you were looking at the mountains, you were looking west. That was all I could tell you.
You're doing better than me.
I can tell you, you know, that I've driven across country a lot, touring bands, and then I took my family twice, once in a car, last time in an RV. One thing I learned is you cannot drive through Colorado in an RV.
No?
Now, why is that?
It's too many.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did some crazy roads, yeah.
I drove
When you're
downhill.
going through the mountains?
Yeah. And then you drive downhill, you're riding brake. I mean, all I could smell was burning brakes on this massive machine.
And you see like water
loaded with
crashing
my
on the
family.
rocks below.
It's just like, after I did that, I was like, what the fuck? And then you talk to other people like, no, man, there's another route. You have to bypass that shit in an RV. You can't be doing that. Not in the one size that I
Did you ever?
Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Did you ever end up in, we're talking about how like places are all cool and everything, but it's always kind of been 2025 in Wyoming. Like we showed up, me and my friend, he was this black dude with dreadlocks and I just looked like a skater, and the whole restaurant was just staring at us. You know, you could feel it.
I was in Wyoming. Yes, I can't remember where we stayed, but it was definitely different. Mm-hmm. It was during COVID. That was the first time we traveled. We stayed there, and we got stared at a lot. Yeah, because people see your license plate. Yeah, depending on where you are, it can get a little bit weird. Nothing dangerous.
The best part is they'll tell you right to your face at the time. Yeah, I don't like California.
Yeah,
because the last time you were there, I've never been there. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, and we were mask wearers. During the COVID thing, we were wearing masks.
Oh, that's the worst,
Wyoming,
dude. I did that too.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be in Florida wearing a mask, and people wanted to this old man in a parking lot was staring me down like he was going to kill me.
Yeah, so
for your own safety.
Yeah,
it did not affect him.
Oh my god.
Any way. Yeah,
I'm non-confrontational, so I just kind of was like, let's just hurry up and get our shit. And just go.
Right.
Yeah. But I know that I was irritating.
It irritates people.
But honestly, if I didn't have the mask on, whatever, I mean, obviously, you know, me looking the way I look and being in Wyoming, it's a lot easier. They're very nice people.
You know what I call it? Out-of-state plates for your face.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Full Charge Power Hour. Pledge on Patreon, patreon.com/Full Charge. And come see me, my triumphant return to Denver, Colorado. Mike, you wanna plug out, pimp, anything?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing... the great Michael O'Connell is doing a show at the Lyric.
Awesome.
I want to say the 20th, and I'm hosting it, and it's for his album release. So, yeah. And then I'm doing Don't Tell in Orange County.
Oh, there goes that secret.
One of these days, but I won't say when.
I love the concept of Don't Tell, because I did this tour where I'm like promoting, and no one showed up. And then I did a Don't Tell, and it was sold out. It's like, just leave my name off the bill.
Right, yeah.
Do you want to plug your Instagram or whatever?
Oh, yeah. It's Mike Black is back, and I'm always trying to put up something. And see me at the Comedy Store. I'm there every Monday at the very least. Sometimes more. You know.
You should put out your Instagram handle. We never do that.
It's at Wyoming. No, Wyoming actually. There's a lot.
Permanently wearing a mask.
There's a lot
for the rest of my fucking
there's
life.
A lot of land.
I
in
don't
Wyoming.
trust anybody.
There's a lot of land in Wyoming, but there's actually some beautiful stuff there too. Yeah, it's at Mr. Bryan Erwin.
There we go.
BRY.
I knew I'd get it out of you. Thanks for listening, and we're out of here. Peace.